In a meadow kissed by the gentle glow of the evening sun lived a bumblebee named Barnaby. Barnaby wasn't just any bumblebee. Oh no, he was a builder, a dreamer, and a master of blooms. His fuzzy body, striped in bands of black and gold, buzzed with a quiet energy and eagerness to craft something truly special. Every night, as the stars began to twinkle and the moon peeked over the tall, swaying grass, Barnaby would set out on a quest. His mission? To build the most comfortable, the most beautiful, the most sleep-inducing bed of blooms the world had ever seen. His journey began in the heart of the meadow, where the last rays of sunlight painted the wildflowers in hues of pink, purple, and gold. He'd start by visiting the poppy patch, their petals like silken scarves, rustling softly in the evening breeze. Barnaby would carefully gather the petals, each one as soft as a baby's cheek, and gently carry them back to his secret spot. This spot, nestled beneath the roots of an ancient oak tree, was his workshop, his haven, the place where dreams took shape. Next, he would flutter over to the lavender field, a sea of fragrant purple, where the air hummed with the gentle buzz of other sleepy bees. He'd collect the lavender buds, their scent a promise of sweet dreams, and arrange them in a pattern, a fragrant tapestry of relaxation. He knew that the scent of lavender had a secret power, a way of whispering to the mind, inviting it to slow down, to unwind, to prepare for a night of peaceful slumber. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the meadow, Barnaby would visit the rose bushes, their velvety petals unfurling in the cool night air. He'd choose the softest, most fragrant roses, their colors ranging from a delicate blush pink to a deep, velvety crimson. He knew that the roses held a magic all their own, a way of soothing the heart, of chasing away worries, and of welcoming sweet, gentle dreams. But Barnaby's most important task wasn't just about gathering flowers, it was about the way he arranged them. He would meticulously place each petal, each bud, each rose, creating layers of softness, of fragrance, of color. He knew that the order, the arrangement, was just as important as the blooms themselves. It was a symphony of senses, a lullaby for the night, a way of preparing the mind for a journey into the world of dreams. He'd start with a base of soft, green moss collected from the dampest parts of the meadow, creating a soft, spongy foundation. Then he'd layer the poppy petals, their gentle curves creating a nest of comfort. Next, he'd sprinkle the lavender buds, their scent a calming embrace. Finally, he'd arrange the roses, their velvety petals creating a visual feast, a final touch of beauty and serenity. As he worked, Barnaby would hum a gentle tune, a melody he'd created just for this very purpose. The tune was slow and rhythmic, like the gentle sway of the grass in the wind, or the soft, steady beating of a heart at rest. He believed the humming added another layer of magic, a way of weaving a spell of slumber, of inviting the sleep fairies to sprinkle their stardust upon the bed of blooms. He knew the secret wasn't just in the flowers, but in the intention, the care, the love that went into each and every bloom. He believed that when he created this bed, he wasn't just building a place to sleep. He was creating a space for dreams to blossom, for worries to fade, and for every child who rested upon it to experience the sweetest, most peaceful night imaginable. With each petal placed, with each bud arranged, with each rose carefully positioned, The bed of blooms grew more and more enchanting. The colors blended, the scents intertwined, and the entire creation seemed to glow with a gentle, inviting light. The air around the bed of blooms felt different, heavy with a sense of peace, a promise of serenity, a gentle invitation to close one's eyes and drift away. Finally, as the first hints of dawn began to paint the sky, Barnaby would step back, admiring his creation. The bed of blooms was finished, a masterpiece of nature's finest, a symphony of scents and colors, a haven of comfort and tranquility. He knew that any child who rested upon this bed would be whisked away to a world of wonder, a world of peace, a world of the sweetest dreams imaginable. And as the sun peeked over the horizon, casting its golden rays across the meadow, Barnaby, the bumblebee who built a bed of blooms, would finally close his eyes, ready for a well-deserved rest, knowing that his special creation would bring sweet dreams to all who sought them. As the first rays of sunlight began to spill across the meadow, Barnaby felt a gentle tug at his fuzzy legs. He had completed his masterpiece, the bed of blooms, a testament to his dedication and love for bringing sweet dreams to all. Now, it was time for the most important part, the moment he had been working towards all night. He knew this bed would be the perfect place for a little one to rest and have the sweetest dreams. He watched, his little compound eyes shimmering, as a small, rosy-cheeked child, nestled in their own bed nearby, began to stir. The child, whose name was Lily, was a curious and imaginative girl. Barnaby knew her well, for he had often seen her playing amongst the flowers during the day. He had observed her laughter, her wonder, and sometimes her quiet moments of contemplation. He knew that tonight, Lily was feeling a bit restless, her mind buzzing with thoughts of the day. Barnaby knew just what to do. With a final, loving look at his bed of blooms, he gently buzzed towards Lily. He flew through the open window, his wings barely making a sound, a silent promise of comfort and joy. He knew he had to be extra careful, his little bee heart beating rapidly in anticipation. He landed softly on the edge of Lily's bed, his weight barely noticeable. He began to hum his gentle tune, the one he had created to soothe and lull the most anxious hearts to sleep. The melody was slow and sweet, like the whisper of the wind through the tall grasses of the meadow. It was a psalm of peace, a lullaby of tranquility. As Lily listened, her eyes began to flutter closed. The scent of the flowers he'd used in the bed of blooms wafted into her room, carried by the gentle breeze. It was the lavender, whispering of calm, the roses promising sweet dreams, and the poppies offering a soft, safe place to rest. Barnaby then, with a final effort, guided Lily's thoughts towards his meadow, towards the bed of blooms. He painted pictures in her mind with the gentle strokes of his humming. He showed her the soft green moss, the tender curves of the poppy petals, the calming embrace of the lavender buds, and the visual feast of the velvety roses. He showed her that all the colors blended and the scents intertwined. He guided her to the meadow, where the moon was a great pearl in the sky, and stars were like diamonds scattered on black velvet. He whispered of the soft, gentle breezes that smelled of flowers and sweet earth. He guided her to a world where all was calm and happy. He showed her the bed of blooms, shimmering in the moonlight, and whispered of the peace and serenity that awaited her. He invited her to close her eyes and drift away. He showed her that dreams were a wonderful adventure and a safe place to visit. Lily took a deep breath. The scent of the flowers, combined with Barnaby's humming, began to work its magic. Her worries began to fade. The day's adventures melted away, replaced by a sense of peace and contentment. She closed her eyes, and Barnaby could feel her drifting off, down the stairs of sleep. Her breath became slow and even, a gentle rhythm in the quiet room. He knew he had done his job. He had brought her the gift of sweet dreams. Barnaby felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had shared his gift of the bed of blooms. He had brought peace and comfort to a little girl's heart. It was more rewarding than any honey he could ever find. As the lily drifted further into sleep, Barnaby's humming grew even softer, barely a whisper. He knew that tonight, her dreams would be filled with the beauty and wonder of the meadow, with the soft petals and sweet scents of his creation. They would be filled with peace, joy, and a sense of belonging. He stayed for a while longer, watching over Lily, a tiny guardian of slumber. Then, as the first rays of dawn began to paint the sky, he knew it was time for him to rest. He had flown all night and had worked hard, and he too felt the pull of sleep. With a final gentle hum, he flew back out the window, back to his own little burrow beneath the oak tree. As he settled down among the soft moss and petals he had collected, he closed his eyes and smiled. He was ready for his own sweet dreams and for the next night when he would again build the bed of blooms, ready to bring peace and joy to a little one's heart. The sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the meadow. The flowers, still wet with dew, opened their petals to greet the day. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blossoms, a gentle reminder of the beauty and wonder that surrounded them all. And now, as the day begins, remember the magic of the bed of blooms, the gentle humming, and the sweet scent of the flowers. Remember that dreams are a wonderful adventure and a safe place to visit. Remember Barnaby, the bumblebee, who always worked to make sure all the little ones felt peace and joy and comfort. So close your eyes now, little ones, and let the peace of the meadow fill your hearts. Let the sweet scents of the flowers drift you off to a land of wonder. Let the gentle humming of Barnaby's song carry you to the sweetest dreams. May your dreams be filled with colors of the rainbow and adventures that will take your breath away. May you wake up refreshed and ready to embrace a brand new day. May you find a safe place to rest and find the most special dreams. Good night and sleep tight.